No, we've seen you around. Border Patrol, we know who you are.
La migra!
They're just trying to grab me, you guys.
You following us, you get arrested.
For what? 140.
Yo, don't come at me like that. Stand back.
Shoot me, arrest me.
Yeah.
Shut the
I've heard you. All right, go away.
Who are you?
Asian side.
What agency?
Asian side, dude. If you're gonna be a warrior.
Don't block the car. That's it.
The man, the myth, the legend, official Arturo may be onto something with this one.
Hey, don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. You can't be touching me, piece of want to stand here and record, do that, just don't block the car.
I'm not blocking the car.
Don't block the car. That's it. You have your First
Under
Amendment
what law?
rights.
On what law? Under what law?
you have
Did they
your
change
First
the
Amendment
Constitution
right.
in the last 5 minutes? I know Trump's in the Supreme Court today.
Tell me the Constitution. Tell it to me. What's the Constitution?
First Amendment.
Explain it.
495, 148G.
Okay. Go ahead.
The only reason you're doing that is because you got the gun, man.
Oh, there's our boy.
Oh.
That you guys that kidnapped a family.
He's over there hitting him.
No, like they know they know I'm live. They know I'm live. You guys, ICE has a community member trial.
Then why are you blocking her in?
He just called you. Is this our? He called you.
Agent called me.
He did. No, he did. Is he pressed or is he federal agent?
Oh, yeah, look at that. Man,
That's crazy.
liberal on liberal crime over here.
The only reason you're doing this is because you got that gun up your
It's rather revealing that a federal agent would bring up liberal crime. We should not deny this could potentially be a militia member that aligns with Trumpism, and that's why he's in this position in the first place.
In August, ICE posted this image on Instagram and X. Note the tagline, "Which way, American man?" It's a meme often used by right-wing influencers, and which refers to this book, a 700-page anti-Semitic rant popular with neo-Nazis. Another post, this one from October, has the tagline, "America for Americans," a xenophobic slogan used repeatedly by the Ku Klux Klan. Experts don't think these references are a coincidence, because it keeps happening.
So this phrase, "we'll have our home again," right here, that is a lyric from a song released in 2020 by a white nationalist group called the Pine Tree Riots, affiliated with a white nationalist organization in the United States called the Manor Bund. Some organizations like the Proud Boys kind of took up the song as their own. They started singing it at rallies.
And the Proud Boys, a far-right group that's listed as a terrorist entity in Canada, have taken notice.
On the messaging app Telegram, one chapter reposted that ad next to a picture of a literal dog whistle, adding the line, "Message received."
Speaking of, CBC News teamed up with Watchdog, the Southern Poverty Law Center, to go even further.
The Washington Post recently reported on an internal strategy document shared among immigration officials that details plans to spend $100 million over a one-year period to recruit gun rights supporters and military enthusiasts through online influencers and geo-targeted ads. The article in the Post is headlined, "ICE Plans $100 million Wartime Recruitment Push Targeting Gun Shows Military Fans for Hires."
This is called a surge hiring marketing strategy document. It goes into extraordinary detail into the methods they want to use to reach more than 14,000 new employees for ICE to basically double the deportation strike force that they have on the street. If there was one slogan that seemed to have some connection to neo-Nazi spaces, it might be a coincidence, but we've seen a pattern of these kinds of songs that were popular among these very far-right circles, messages, even kind of visual styles that you would see in memes that, once were kind of 4chan, far-right, extremist memes that are now being, trafficked by the government. And they're not subtle about it, right? They're really using militaristic language to frame this as a battle of good versus evil. white, classic, traditional Americans defending the homeland against foreign invaders.
As would Democracy Now! Shout out to Amy Goodman, who discussed the matter with Drew Harwell of the Washington Post. All of it very, very, very alarming. Take, for example, a post that circulated online. Mother Jones reported that DHS used an image that was first circulated by a white nationalist who has recently defended use of the N-word and shared material from an explicitly neo-Nazi Twitter account, according to a review of social media activity. They would add, the anonymous user who claims to have created the doctored Uncle Sam image goes by the name Mr. Robert on Twitter. That user, who only has about 350 followers on the site, has a bio that states, "Wake up, white man." They would first share the image, and then it was circulated by more prominent far-right users prior to being shared by Trump's DHS on social media, including Twitter and Instagram, where they have 2.5 million followers. The SPLC would add Mr. Robert applauded the use of the graphic, posting, and I quote, in all caps, "Today, our efforts are coming out of the White House!" Exclamation point. A spokesperson for DHS, of course, would dismiss Mother Jones's assertions about where the graphic originated. More from the Southern Poverty Law Center. In one recruitment poster published on August the 11th, a white Uncle Sam caricature in the style of a Norman Rockwell painting stands at a crossroads of directional signs that include phrases such as, in all caps, invasion, another, cultural decline, and yet another, homeland, and law and order. The poster includes the caption, "Which way, American man?" which appears to be a nod to one influential white nationalist text, "Which Way, Western Man" by William Gailey Simpson. What we are seeing once more is a pattern. For example, per headquarters on Twitter, Peyton Rollins, pictured here, is the mastermind behind these very troubling and alarming social media posts. Take a wild guess about his past, don't you? Won't you? From Jezebel, the New York Times reported that the Department of Homeland Security hired to its comms team the 21-year-old Rollins, formerly a digital content manager at the Labor Department, or the guy who created for the DOL Nazi-style posters with unsettling pro-American messaging, propaganda-riddled videos touting Trump's golden age, and the giant menacing banner of Trump's face that unfurled over the department building in August, and that's just naming a few examples. Furthermore, it remains unclear if Rollins ever received any disciplinary action. But remember, this is the same admin who has a history of excusing or promoting Nazi-curious, racist, and anti-Semitic behavior. At DHS, Rollins has an audience nearly 5 times as large as he did at the DOL. So just entertain me here. If this were to be someone who applied for a job with a company and they were to have any sort of history like this, do you think, aside from Fox News, The Daily Wire, Parler, Rumble, Tim Pool, damn, I guess there are a lot of companies, any of those in the normal workspace in America, would this fly? The answer, of course, is probably not no. But what we have is our government being captured by those who are either Nazis or Nazi adjacent. These are all intentional. This is purposeful. And although we want to single out someone like Peyton Rollins, I think it goes way further. I think what we should be looking at are those who had a direct line in the hiring process to putting this person in a position of power to put up white nationalist memes and messages online using the federal government's own social media to push this hatred. This needs to be a teardown from the top down. And in a normal, well-civilized society, these people would have no place. None. Instead, they have some of the largest followings and loudest microphones that anyone could ask for when trying to push their ideology. It is disgraceful. It is beneath us. it is also the Trump administration in 2026. Hey, I appreciate you watching. Now, if you can, please do become a channel member by going to youtube.com/TYTSports and clicking the join button. If that's too much for you, you can just go to tyt.com/join to become a member. It helps all of us out here at the Young Turks and keeps our network afloat. In addition, you could follow me on my socials on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate the love. Have a great day.